Hey there, my friend Perry Tinsley here. Have you ever started something and you're really going for it, and maybe it's a goal or some sort of project or just some sort of dream that you were going after, and then you got about halfway or part way and then you stopped? I mean, think of the ideal New Year's resolution. It's something we all face, and so I want to dig into this today and talk about how we can break this start-stop cycle, and explore on how using discipline and finding discipline without a big resistance to it. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, I got to get into the grind, discipline, and all that stuff. I mean, you can really use it to your advantage and help you navigate life's challenges. That helps you lead to a healthier, more fitter life. But before we get into all this great stuff, I do want to welcome you to another Power Blast podcast where we provide nourishment for the soul, allowing you to transform from the inside out, providing rapid results in mindset and fitness, so that you can recharge your mental and physical battery. Because a lot of us, we were like really dragging, and reclaim your power. What would your life look like if you were running at 100% every single day with your energy? So that is what we're going to do here on the podcast. So I do want to welcome you there. And big reminder, hop over to talktoperry.com. We can have a chat absolutely free, because it's all about keeping that energy high, reaching all of your goals. And I want to help you. I'll help you, point you in the direction so you can get the best results. That's over at talktoperry.com. So starting and stopping, common pattern, right? For many of us. And it's really easy to go back and point fingers at why it didn't work this time. And that was it for me when I found myself on the start and stop hamster wheel, if that's or maybe it's a roller coaster, whatever ride you want to call it, where you're just like going for, maybe it's an eating plan. Sometimes it's that. You're all in, excitement's built, momentum's there, and then you're getting all the things ready, whether it's meal prep stuff or whether it's like I've got the shoes, I've got the gym membership, or for me, it was just getting a room ready in my house that I was going to get all the exercise, clearing all the clutter out stuff. And then we get going and then we stop. And it's really easy to start pointing the fingers and going, well, life got busy. Well, I got sore. Well, I tweaked this. Well, it didn't work out as planned. I was going to schedule it here, but then this other thing took over. And, if you think about it, like, I'm assuming that you may know how to ride a bike, or if you've ridden a bike, or you may have known somebody to ride a bike, but it's like a kid. It's gone on. They want to be like the cool kid down the block that's learned to ride their bike, so they're going to keep getting back on and on and on. They don't go, it's like, oh my gosh, I fell over, I'm out. That's it. So it's that discipline of getting back on, getting back in it, and not letting this gap in between days help you drift further and further off course. So it's learning how to keep going when life gets tough, when things get a little bit more challenging. And so that's what I did. So I couldn't have articulated it back in the day as I got going. Now I can, because I can reflect back and say, well, gosh, I could help people shortcut this. And it really becomes paying attention. You got to pay attention to your journey. You really have to have that burning desire of why, what your goal is, and be very specific. A lot of times if your goal is, well, I just want to lose some weight and tone up, not a goal. As much as you can try to decorate that and glamorize it, that's not going to have you showing up and being motivated and disciplined when life throws you a curveball. Okay, you'll be like, well, I'll get back at it tomorrow. Well, I'll get back at it next Monday. Well, I'll get back at it the next month. And you'll keep telling yourself that story. You got to have that burning desire. You're like, I'm going after this no matter what. And then paying attention to the journey. And then you got to commit and do the actions that's going to take you to get there. So this is the way I was kind of dialing it back. Was I started looking at my old patterns. Well, here we are again. We're about ready to get into exercise. We're about ready to look for every crack, flaw, and way to get out of doing it. And so I dialed it back and it's like, how can I make this super simple to where I'm just showing up every single day, even when I don't want to? And so I did that. I made a committed time block. That was my time block. I could not procrastinate. It was, I got home, let the dogs out, got my workout clothes on, and I almost treated it almost like a job that I was getting paid for, somebody that I had to be accountable for. And I'm like, I'm showing up no matter what. That's the contract I made with myself. And the other part of the contract was there isn't an escape clause. You don't get out of this. You show up no matter what. Now, you might not get in all the entire workout. The workout might stink. You might be sore. You might have tweaked something, whatever. You might have a headache. You might be unmotivated, but you're still showing up. So that was it. Let the dogs out, get my workout clothes in, let the dogs in, hit my workout. And while I'd love to say I hit the workout hard and it was so awesome, no, that didn't happen. I had just twisted my ankle the week before, so I had to modify a bunch of stuff. And I was out of shape and overweight and overwhelmed. So, and all the stories that go into your head about how did I let myself go this long? I promised myself I'd never be in this condition. I thought I would be stronger. But I knew if I quit again, I was really good at quitting. You might know some people out there that are really good master quitters because they practiced it all the time. They get in and then they can't wait to get out. So I questioned my mindset. I'm like, I'm going to pay attention to the journey this time. I'm going to see where this thing goes over the next 90 days. Now I was doing 90 days, but then I caught myself. I started to notice there was a story there that would say, yeah, but when is this 90-day thing going to be over with? Can we be done with it in 80 days? Can we be done at day 45? And I'm like, no, we're showing up. And so you do have those internal conversations with yourself. And so it's to just keep going no matter what. And that is discipline. But I simplified the discipline process. I took away the conversation that was going to try to take me out of it. So now that that's gone, then there isn't, then I'm showing up and just putting in the time. And I was doing videos off the TV. They're VHS over time back in the day. Then it was DVDs. Now it's streaming. Still do it. Because that took the guesswork out. I didn't have to guess at what to do. Somebody showed me exactly the exercises to do. Boom. Simplification number 2. Simplification number 3 was I made the time slot and committed to that time slot to show up no matter what. And I just made it part of the ritual. So that was another simplification. So this took the pressure off. And then I didn't get it in my head. I didn't go in and weigh every day. I didn't go in and measure myself every day. I might have caught myself in the mirror, because that happens. But and the only tracking system, I didn't keep track of weights. I didn't keep track of reps. I only followed the dude on the TV, which happened to be Tony Horton at the time. I only followed what he told me to do, did my best. That was it. And then my tracking system was the simple X on the calendar. Showed up for my workout, ate the best I could. My nutrition was not dialed in at the time, but I paid attention to my habits in my thinking, my habits in my decision making, my habits in showing up and just doing my best. And there was a lot of self-defeating chatter that went along with it. Oh, you're so out of shape. How did you let things go so long? You can't even do 2 push-ups. Why are you even doing this? This is dorky. You got these little weird resistance band things. Now they're commonplace, but at the time they seemed weird. What's this going to do for you? When can we get done with it? I paid attention to all that, but I was unmoved by circumstance. That was the thing. Okay, that's part of the journey. I don't care. And I kept going. 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Now, by the time I'm close to 90 days, I'm stronger. I'm way past doing 2 push-ups now on my knees. I was like probably almost 10, 15. Now you might say, well, you got to push harder. But no, I was developing the habits. I still showed up every single day. Ran the table 90 straight days of X's on there. I counted the recovery days and realized that I needed a plan moving forward because that voice in my head was going, When's this thing going to be over with? The stopping habit was coming back into play. Now let's stop this nonsense, get back to life, and just enjoy. And that's what happens to a lot of people when they're getting ready for a wedding, getting ready for a reunion, getting ready for vacation. They get into that mode, and then they kind of give a false little promise to themselves, say, "Oh, I'll get back to it when we're done with vacation." And they let their guard down over vacation. They don't even exercise. They don't stay disciplined because it's vacation. And they've literally just talked themselves into stopping. If there is no more stopping, then there's just continuation. Then there's just going. Start and go and keep going. Adjust along the way. Try new things. Be adventurous. Live life. Then you're going to see opportunities come. Then you're going to see more energy boosting. Speaking of energy, jump on my calendar. I call it, when you book a call with me at talktoperry.com, I call it a recharge because I'm going to help you recharge your mental and physical battery so that you can reclaim your power. I want to hear what struggles you're going through. I'm going to help you. I'll give you the best direction, what direction to go so you can get the best results. And if anything on this call, you'll walk away with 3 strategies to reclaim your time, boost your energy, and make you the priority. And like I said earlier, how would your life look different if your life is running at 100% every single day? Your battery, right? Talktoperry.com, because that's a huge energy boost, like plugging in a battery-drained smartphone, and now you're getting that boost, right? Now apps are working really well. So the point of today is life is full of starts and stops. It's not only in the health and fitness stuff, but with discipline, and this will apply to other things for you, we can break that cycle of starting and stopping, especially if you have that burning desire and are willing to do whatever it takes to get it and are willing to do. You're able to put in the action and you're committed to doing the actions. So let's make a promise to keep going no matter what comes our way and just figure out a way. Everything's figure outable. Life doesn't always go as planned, but you're like, you know what? That's still my goal. I'm still going around. It's like when detours happen, you're driving across country. Detours happen, you're going to figure out a way. It might not go the way you want it to, but you'll get there. You don't just stop and say, well, we hit this detour. I'm giving up. No, you figure out a way. Just know you can choose to use your power, take control, keep going on your goal. Or you can let the excuses, the rationalization, limiting beliefs control you and drain your power. It really boils down to deciding, committing, and taking action on your goals. And then being open, looking at possibilities, learning, growing, and keep moving forward. You've got this, my friend. I'd love to hear your top takeaway from today. Drop those down in the comments. I promise I will respond to those. And absolutely, I want to tell you that you rock, my friend. And as always, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week. That's another Power Blast podcast in the books. Thanks so much for tuning in. And remember, when you are ready to recharge your battery, make sure you go to talktoperry.com. That's talktoperry.com. That's Perry. And I want to listen. I want to hear, what's going on. I want to help you in that 15-minute call to recharge your battery and reclaim your power so that you're off and running and creating massive momentum toward your dream. Also, every day, I am delivering more motivation, support, tips, and strategies inside my free community with amazing people like yourself. And we are conquering the mindset and the fitness. I do 52 weeks of free training in there. Plus, I coach and I mentor people, as well as give you access to tons of resources and guides. It's called my Upside Down Fitness community because we work on a lot of mindset stuff, the inside stuff. And we're a fun group of people striving to make healthier habits in this awesome chapter of life. So make sure you get in there. I promise you'll absolutely love it. Just head over to upsidedownfit.com and you can get into the group. And hey, you would be an awesome friend if you get over to iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast and leave an honest rating and review for the Power Blast podcast. It helps awesome people like you find this show even faster, and that's who I'm looking for, awesome people like you. That's all I have for this week, my friend, and just to let you know, you absolutely rock. That's all I have for this week. I'll see you on the next Power Blast podcast, and always remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.